We are going to be talking about some, for those of you who are new distributors or possibly potential distributors thinking about it, we're going to talk tonight about some frequently asked questions that people tend to have when they're starting this business. So if you're here because you've been invited because you aren't a distributor yet, or you're probably brand new. So, and it's because somebody thought that you had something really special and they wanted to join your team. So if you have questions, we're going to save the questions for the end, because otherwise it can tend to get really long if we're asking a lot of questions in the middle when I might cover it anyways. So if you have questions, write them down and we'll have them at the end, and then I can answer them and so can the other distributors on the team. Otherwise, it might just be easiest if you do have something loud in the background. If you swipe all the way to the left, that way you're on mute. And if you want to jump in and say something, just unmute and say something. But it'll just help with the background sound for people who might listen to it later. Okay, so these are no specific...
There was somebody who just joined, and I don't know if they know to...
Good call. I'm going to go look. Thank you.
Kaya Kelly was her name, I think.
Oh, good. Kaya's here. Are you here, Kaya? I don't see her yet, but Kaya... Hi. No, I just saw her. Kaya, if you can't hear us, this is what you need to do. Where'd she go? Kaya?
I see her. She's muted.
Okay. I wonder if she can hear us, though. Oh.
There's Autumn. Hey, Autumn's in.
Can you hear us, Autumn?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. So
okay.
I'm about to start, but swipe all the way to the left is how you mute. And if you want to jump in and ask a question, you can just go ahead and unmute. But we're going to try to save questions for the end just to keep it running a little bit faster. But otherwise, if you have something you absolutely need to say, go ahead. That's fine too. Kaya must be in. So, okay.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay. All right. So the questions that I'm going to be talking about, they are in no specific order. I'm just going to start going. So one of the first ones on my list, people always tend to say, I don't know enough people. So when people say that to you, and you can be taking notes for when you new distributors, this is what you can say to when you have distributors coming up now as you're adding people to your team. But we get this question, this comment or concern a lot. I don't know enough people. Well, first of all, you know way more people than you think you know. One of the things that we always challenge our new distributors to do is create something called a hundreds list. And that's just literally you just write down 100 people that you know. When I started with my Facebook friends list. And this doesn't mean these are people that you're going to contact or tell. You're just going to let yourself know, hey, I know a lot more people than I think I know. So get out a list and start writing them down. People will say, oh, I came up with 5 or 10 people. I just don't know people. Well, here's a strategy you can use. Think of your mom. Okay, write your mom's name down. Now think of everybody that knows your mom. Who knows Miranda? Anybody know Miranda? Hi, Miranda.
Kaya's.
And Rebecca's here. Hi, Rebecca. Rebecca, can you see us? Rebecca, can you see us? If you guys can't hear us, make sure you tap. You can't hear me. If you can't hear me, it doesn't do me any good to talk. So I just want to make sure Miranda and Rebecca get on. This is our first Zoom ever, so this is why we're not quite sure how to guide people in.
Kaya, did you invite Miranda?
Remember to unmute yourself. You have to swipe to the middle. If you're all the way left, we can't hear what you say. Katie, maybe you want to text Rebecca or something. And then Miranda, who's Miranda? Hi, Miranda. Welcome.
Thanks. Yay, she's here. Still trying to
Catherine, are you here now? I see you again. I wish Catherine could see me or hear me. Do you think she can hear me?
This is funny.
This is really funny. I feel like all I'm doing is holding up this silly sign. Okay, I'm going to keep going. You know way more people than you think. And when I say start with your mom, you're going to write down everybody who knows your mom. Everybody that you can think of. Then when you're done with your mom, you're going to write down your sister. Then you're going to write everybody. And this is just to get your mind going and saying, oh, I know a lot more people than I think I know. You're always meeting new people. Social media... with Instagram and Facebook, there's an endless amount of people out there to meet. And if you are scared of meeting people, well, I think you need to get over that because we'll go through that in just a minute. So basically, if you say you don't know enough people, I just want to challenge you to start with your hundreds list just to show yourself that you know way more people than you think you know. As far as what you do with your hundreds list, we'll talk about that later or at another time. So basically, the thing is you know more people than you think. Next question or comment that we get all the time is, I'm not a salesperson. And people say this to us all the time. And I always say good. Because when was the last time that you saw somebody walking up to your doorstep trying to sell something? Hi, Miranda. I think that you can you hear us now?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. So when was the last time you saw somebody coming up trying to sell you something that you got excited about? Like those traveling salesmen. Nobody wants to be sold something. What we do at Works is we share. Like, honestly, we don't want to be salesy. We don't want our Facebook pages to be, hey, buy this, buy this, buy this. That is not what we want to do here. We truly just want to share. The way that we share is by just opening up our mouths. If you are using a product that you love, you become a product of the product. And if you're using something that you love, you're going to want to share it. Just like if you go to a movie theater and you see this awesome movie and you want to tell people about it. People aren't offended if they do that. Just like if you go to a restaurant and you love what you just ate, you're going to share it with your friends. Just, it's a natural thing. You're going to use our product. You're going to love them. You're going to share. Just keep your mouth open. If your mouth is closed, so is your business. So the big thing is, you do not need to be salesy. We don't want you to be salesy. We want you to build relationships, be a good friend, be intentional. I'm just seeing like some notifications at the bottom, and I just don't know what to do with them. So I'm just going to keep going.
That was me, Amy.
Okay. Should I do something about it? I kind of missed it.
Well, I was just telling you, there's a way that you can communicate with people who are muted. You can send them a chat thing.
Hey guys.
Oh.
I have to leave. I have a friend coming in. So if you see her come in, explain it to her. Just let her know what's going on. Thanks. Bye.
All right. Bye, Sydney. Thanks for coming. Okay, so Michelle's here. Hi. This is so fun. Diamond.
My mom.
Diamond.
Sorry, guys.
So remember, everybody try to mute yourself just so there's not so much background. So if you come in, hopefully you can hear us. Swipe right to see the whole group, but left all the way is how you mute. So the one we're on is, you're not a salesperson. That's a good thing. Honestly, truly, we want you to be yourself. We want you to be a good friend. We want you to be intentional. But we just want you to share. Open up your mouth and share. Become a product of the product and just love on people. I get this one a lot, and to be completely honest, this was the big one of mine that just scared me. I was scared to fail. And how many of you were scared to fail when you started? But the thing that really got me over that was how much more scary it was to stay in the same place that we were in. And it's so much scarier to realize a year from now that you could be in the same spot and you didn't do anything to get out of whatever situation, whatever reason it is that you started at Works. It's either for the money, it's for the time, for the products, to get healthy. Isn't it way more scary to be in the same place? So that was a big thing that got me over that. If you don't do anything, nothing's going to change. So, and another thing that we talk about is failing. First of all, failing doesn't mean that it's not the end all. We fail at a lot of things all the time. I think it's Joel Dunn, he's one of our top money income earners, says, whoever fails the most wins. And so you just want to get out there and go, and you're going to fail. But guess what? The people who accomplish things in life, they fail a lot. It's just that you get back up and you go. And in our business, really the only way you fail is if you quit. Honestly, if you stay consistent and you do this and you put your heart into it, you are not going to fail unless you keep going. Unless you quit. That's the only way that you can really fail. So stay consistent. Think about the difference of, if you don't do anything at all, if you don't take any chances in life, you're going to be in the same exact place. So, again, don't be scared to fail. Learn that from me. Another one we get all the time is, I'm too busy and I don't have enough time. I get this one very often. Here's what I'm going to say to that. Everyone is busy, period. Everybody is busy. Everybody is a different kind of busy. But everyone is busy. And so, honestly, we find that busy people get things done. They know how to use their time well. They know how to prioritize. They know how to, I think somebody just joined maybe. They know how to prioritize. Hi, Diamond Gamble. Who invited you here?
Sydney.
Sydney did? Awesome. Well, welcome here. We just keep on listening. You can hear us, so that's great. I just wanted to say hello. People say that they're too busy. I say that's great. Busy people get things done. It's all about priorities. Like sometimes people say, I'm too busy to work out. I'm too busy to eat healthy. And to be completely honest, all that means is it's not a priority in your life. So if you make it Works, the reason why you joined it Works, and for our family, it was, because we have debt to pay off, because I wanted my husband home more, and I didn't want to have to go back to work. So to me, it was a huge priority. So I made it a priority in my life to work this business, because if I didn't, again, I'd be way back to where we started again. I'd have to possibly get a different job. Husband's gone all the time. So you really just need to prioritize and make it work into your life. The thing about It Works that is so awesome is that it truly works into whatever you are doing already. If you are working a full-time job, sometimes, so when I started, I was home with my kids, but there's some busy people out there who work full-time jobs. They have kids there, and they're trying to run their It Works business. And I say, you know what? Sometimes when I started, I wish I would have been working full-time, because this business is about relationships. Goodness, I talk with my hands all the time. This business is about relationships. And so if you are at work, chances are you're coming into contact with a lot of people. And so then you can naturally talk about our products. You can talk about, just become a good friend to them, so that it opens up to talk about health or wellness or other financial solutions to problems like that. So if you have a current job, that's great. Use your job and the fact that you see people to your advantage. Do you go to the grocery store? Are you in mom groups? Are you on social media? I say that all the time. If we say that we don't have enough time, I want you to keep track one day, tally how often you're in social media. We get paid to use Facebook. I say this all the time, and it is so true. My job is Facebook. My job is to be a good friend. I reach out to people. I try to be intentional, and when I go on Facebook, I share about how the products are working in my life. I share about how It Works is changing my life, how I get to be home with my kids. You really just, we get paid to be good friends. We get paid to go out there and be intentional with relationships, and use Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is. So when you say that you don't have time, I challenge you, if you're on Facebook, could you take 5 seconds to make a post? Yes. It's amazing what 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes throughout the day you can do. I've signed up loyal customers in the bathroom before, so it's truly, yes, you are busy, and I believe that everybody is busy, but it's what you do with your time and how bad you want this. So I do truly think that you can make it work if you're intentional and you prioritize. Next one is, how do you balance time and work? Kind of going off this other one here. The big one is really scheduling time, set time to work, and then having a plan for when you have time. So we talk a lot in our group about having a 6 list. That's 6 income-producing activities, or 6 things that you can do every day to build your business. And you should have, I make mine at night, personally, because in the mornings, once my day starts, it just kind of goes crazy. And so when I have a second to work, I want to be able to look really quick at my list. I have my list from yesterday right here. My kids didn't nap, and so I'm going to finish it tonight. But you make that list so that when you have a minute or two to work, you know exactly what you're going to do. So make your 6 list. How do you balance your time? That's what I do. I make a list. I have a set time that I work every day. The big thing is make this business work for you. That's the whole reason why I love this job, is because it's so flexible. If I was working outside the home and my kids, first of all, I wouldn't be with my kids, which is the reason why I'm doing this. But you really want to make it work for you. So if your kids are sick, you can make up for the loyal customers that you have to contact at another time. So there's so much flexibility in this. I've been able to travel with my husband so much because he's been working out of state, and so me and my family have been able to go with him. So there's so many perks, and the big thing is, as far as balancing your work and time, you can make it work for your schedule. Really just being intentional with what you're doing, having a to-do list, and prioritizing. Again, remember, if you have any questions, you can ask at any time. Otherwise, write them down, and we'll take them at the end. Next one is, people say this, I can't afford the kit. I'm going to say this kind of bluntly. If you can't afford the kit, then you can't afford to not have this opportunity. And I say that because there is so much opportunity here that if you are having a hard time affording this $99, you need to run with this gift that is in your hands. That if somebody invited you to join this team, you need to run with this opportunity. There are story after story of people who were eviction notices just really at their last straw, but it works, fell on their lap, and now they are it's just a gift. You can run with it. So first of all, if you say that if you're in a place where you can't afford the kit, you need to make it happen, because this is where you want to be. Second of all, you can pre-sell those wraps. There's 4 wraps that come in that starter kit. Find 4 people who want to tighten, tone, and firm loose skin. I mean, they're everywhere. Just do a little bit of work.